Feliz miércoles, nos vemos mañana.
You're watching K34QB, Vail, Colorado.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you so much for tuning into TV8's Good Morning Vail for this Wednesday, February 12th edition. We got some great snowfall overnight last night, and we've got a great show in store for you. We're going to introduce you to stunning and brilliant events with Alex Bradshaw. We're going to talk Leadville ski joring, some of the great history, and what you can expect this year. Then we're going to introduce you to the Bluebird Ski Lockers and Claire Noble from Eagle County. It's all happening here on Good Morning Vail, which starts right now.
Get up, get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. Coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
This weather report is sponsored by Grand Hyatt Vail. Indulge in the bold flavors of Makoto at Grand Hyatt Vail. Make your reservations today.
Let's take a look at that local weather forecast for today. We did see some precipitation overnight last night. Temperatures cooler today than they have been for the past week. 11 degrees around 8 a.m., a high of 16. 60% chance of snowfall early this morning, and it's going to continue a little bit later into today. Then we are expecting to see winds come out of the west at 10 to 20 miles an hour. Now, as we take a look at Vail by the hour, you can see that snow is going to be with us first thing this morning. We are expecting that cloud coverage into the afternoon. We'll see mostly cloudy skies around 4 p.m. That high settling in between that 12 o'clock and 4 o'clock hour. Snow showers are likely as we approach this evening. Now, if you are traveling along that I-70 corridor, give yourself that extra travel time. Be nice and safe out there and use some of those great resources that we have available, which we'll be talking about with Claire Noble here in just a little bit. 14 degrees in Denver with a 15% chance of precipitation. 16 degrees in Vail with a 60% chance of precipitation. 18 in Avon with a 60% chance of moisture. And then 24 in Eagle with a 20% chance of precipitation. As we take a look at Vail overnight tonight, temperatures are cooling down. 2 degrees is our overnight low. 50% chance of snowfall, partly cloudy skies. That sun setting just a little bit later. 5:39 p.m. is when we're going to see that sun go down. Wind shifting directions coming out of the west-southwest at 5 to 10 miles an hour overnight tonight. Now, as we take a look ahead into the next 5 days, we've got some more snow in the forecast. So if you're someone who's been doing your snow dance, well, congratulations, it's coming your way. Mostly sunny skies with a high of 34 and a 30% chance of precipitation tomorrow. 80% chance of snowfall on Friday, 70% chance of snowfall on Saturday, 20% chance on Sunday, and then a 60% chance on Monday. So for the holiday weekend, we've got some snow coming our way. Now let's take a look at what's happening up on our mountains. 24 lifts are open, 174 trails are open, and 98% of the terrain is open up on Beaver Creek Mountain. You can kick your morning off at 8:30 a.m. You can continue your day until 4 p.m. 6 new inches of snow in the last 24 and 48 hours, bringing that season total to 156 inches with a 46-inch base depth. Now, as we make our way over to Vail, 31 lifts are open, 274 trails are open, 98% of the terrain is open. Vail's hours are 8:30 a.m. until 3:30 p.m. Vail is reporting 7 new inches of snow in the last 24 and 48 hours, bringing that season total to 189 inches with a 56-inch base depth. Now, if you're making your way out to the mountain, it's important that you've got the right head and eye gear. Well, Eyepieces of Vail has got you covered, so let's take a look at that lens of the day.
Lens of the Day is brought to you by Eyepieces of Vail and Goggle Bar.
Welcome back to the show. Now, I love getting to talk about things that get you excited to get out there, ski or ride, and help you see better on the mountain. So right now, I've got the Smith 4D Mag with the ChromaPop lens technology. Now, this is a great goggle. Because of that 4D technology that's in it, it increases your field of view by 25% with that bird's eye view. So as we take a look at this goggle lens, as I rotate it down, you can see that that lens continues right here, allowing you to see better out there with that 25% increase. Now to change this goggle lens, all you do is pull these levers down, then you're going to pull that lens right out. It's easy to switch. You're going to line it up, make sure that it is fully lined up, that goggle lens is all the way in there, and then you're just going to snap those little levers back into place, securing your goggle lens, making it nice and easy to change. If I can change it here on the couch, well then you can change it out there on the chairlift. This is an incredible goggle to have your hands on because that ChromaPop technology means color pop, so it's going to help you see those colors better out there on the slopes, so that way you can see better, so you can ski or ride better. Now if you want to get your hands on this incredible goggle, make sure that you go to any one of the eyepieces of Vail locations throughout our community because we've got so many that you're going to want to check out, and there are some great places to get a helmet and some goggles. That way you are fully protected out there on the mountain. We want to thank Eyepieces of Vail for bringing you this Lens of the Day report this morning. If you're looking for new goggles, new helmet, or any vision needs, well then they're the perfect place for you to go. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more of the show.
Good morning, Vail.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
This show looks at anything that has an engine and a story told by the owners. This is a scooter. Have you had it the whole time?
I have not. It's actually the third time I've owned the car.
Sell, regret, sell, regret. To the actual prototype GT40, I got to sit in that car.
Oh, I gotta get me one of these, man.
We've got all the muscle, the speed, and the stories.
I got stage 4 cancer. A bunch of friends came together and decided that this thing needed to get done, man. A lot of friends came together and made this thing happen.
Hey, if it has an engine and a story, you're going to hear about it on rides. Almost every vehicle, doesn't matter what walk of life you're from, there's some tie to your past.
I'm Jason Kennedy, and this is The Wager. Let's go, Wes! We've all heard about this pickleball craze. Celebrities are playing pickleball matches all the time, and they're challenging each other to these ridiculous bets. Now I'm bringing the cameras to their house with new celebrities and a new bet every week.
Hell of a rally there.
It's just real, genuine conversation.
I got invited to Usher's birthday party. What am I doing here?
And some pretty crazy antics.
Good morning, Vail.
We've all heard of the ski drawing up in Leadville, but it has some rich history, and I'm joined by Talis, who's going to give us some more information. Good morning, Talis.
Good morning. How are you doing today?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good myself.
Are you up in Leadville? Is it a little chilly this morning?
I'm actually not up in Leadville. I'm down in Boulder right now for school, but it is even a little chilly down here.
But that's nice. But we're getting snow up here, so we're going to get ready for that ski joring. For people who don't know what ski joring is, can you give us some details?
For sure. So ski joring, the best way I can explain it is this mix between Western and skiing that we all know, brought together to be the wildest West sport that you could have ever imagined. Sorry. So what it is we shut down all of Harrison Avenue in Leadville, which is our main street, fill it with snow, put a little jumps, put a few gates, put some rings that competitors actually compete on. And it's a horse flying down Main Street about 15 seconds with a skier in tow, and it is a spectacle just to see.
I can only imagine, not only is it brave for the skiers, but also those horses are in a loud environment because of the cheering, and they're towing someone who is literally just flying right behind them. Now, what's the history of ski joring?
So ski joring, the first Leadville ski joring started in 1949. So this year will actually be our 77th annual year. So it's been going around for some time. It originally, the founders of Leadville Ski Joring originally saw it what they thought to be Leadville Ski Joring in Steamboat, and then they brought it back to Leadville, did a little tweaks out on a ranch, and now we have what we know of Leadville Ski Joring.
Oh my gosh, so it has evolved quite a bit over the years. What did it start like all of those years ago?
So all of those years ago, it actually started out not on Harrison Avenue itself, but off on some of the side streets of Leadville. And it wasn't this big event that you see today. I would say definitely within the past 10, 15 years, the sport has grown immensely. Even within the past since COVID, the sport has grown immensely. We have other events around the country that aren't by us, but are friends and family, you could say. And so it's just grown a lot over these years.
And as people are getting excited for the event to come, what should spectators and competitors expect this year?
For sure. So our event is always 100% free for spectators. We want you to get out. We want you to come up to Leadville, see what the town is like, see the different stores, restaurants, and really just experience the town itself. So it's completely free for spectators. It does fill up fairly quickly, even though we have it across about 5, 6 blocks. It will get packed in there. So events start around 12, both Saturday and Sunday. And then for competitors, the most information that you can find is going to be on our website. But there, even if it's your first time, there's the snowmobile class to really get you involved in trying the sport if you're interested.
Now, how long have you been involved with ski joring and what got you started?
So this will actually be my 5th year as the marketing, media, and PR coordinator. I took the position over from my sister when I was in high school. And so now as I'm going on to college and studying, I'm still involved in this because it's very much the path that I want to follow. But my dad has been doing this for over 50 years. There's this great little photo of me somewhere online in a backpack with my mom walking me around during ski touring. And so this has been a very rooted event for my family. And so it's very nice to be a part of it and continuing this tradition in Leadville.
So have you ever participated? Have you ever been on the horse or been the skier?
When I was a kid, I ski behind a snowmobile very slowly, which we do have kids events on Saturday afternoon. But I haven't actually participated as a skier behind a horse or as the rider. This year might be the first. We'll see. We'll see how that goes.
And if people are interested in doing either of them, what's the process like to become one of the riders or to become one of the skiers?
Of course. So the process is pretty simple. Every night, so the night before events, we will have registration. So Friday night is our first registration, and you can register for both days on that day. But Friday night is going to be the main registration, and then there's another registration Saturday night. So let me, so for the open and sport class, which will be behind a horse, you do have to find your team. So what that means is you do have to find a rider, a horse, and a skier. You can't just come as a skier and then find a like sign up as a skier and then we put you with a horse. No, you will have to come as a team, and that includes in the sport division as well. If for whatever reason you come as a skier and you're like, hey, I'm looking for something, very occasionally you can find a horse, like a rider that's looking for a skier, very occasionally. But then there is the snowmobile division, which is kind of that place to learn, mess around, start for your first time. You get pulled behind a snowmobile, you still have the chance to win some money, and great way to start your first time and just have a little bit of fun on the course.
Which I think is really great for people who are just learning about ski joring. Maybe we've got some new community members. If people are interested in getting more information, where can they go?
For sure. The best place to find more information is going to be on our website at leadvilleskijoring.com. And then you can also check us out on Facebook and Instagram, which will all be filled with information to get you set up correctly for the event, which is a little over 2 weeks from now.
Talis, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us, giving us all this great information, and thank you for all the hard work that you put into the Leadville ski joring to keep the tradition alive.
Of course. Thank you very much for having me.
Make sure that you mark your calendars. That way you can go participate in all of the fun, because it is a great spectator event, and it's just a ton of fun to watch these athletes, not only the horses, the riders, but the skiers, all collaborate together as a great team. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more of the show, so don't go anywhere.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome to Hiring America, the television program that helps veterans find jobs and transition back into civilian life. Hi everyone, I'm Gigi Stone Woods. I'm truly honored to host this vital program. Reach out to the opportunities you see on this program by logging onto our website, hiringamerica.net, and by following us on social networking sites such as Twitter. We'll keep that information available throughout the broadcast and on our website 24/7. Now, let's get down to business.
Hello, my name is Jeffrey Morgan. I'm with Ron Byrne and Associates. And today, I'd like to welcome you to Mine House and Mi Casa, a premier bed and breakfast right here at the base of Beaver Creek Mountain. Let's go inside.
This property is currently being run as a bed and breakfast with 20 bedrooms, all with ensuite bathrooms. Right now we are standing in Mi Casa, and next door we also have Mine House. A wonderful opportunity to own a turnkey hospitality business, but it's also an opportunity to own it as a private residence. It can be sold all as one or in individual pieces, however you choose.
So now that we've had a chance to show you these two amazing properties, Mi Casa and Mine House,
we would love the opportunity to show you in person. Give us a call.
Coming at you from around the world. The biggest names in sports, entertainment, and business.
Here we go.
Yeah, there's no way.
Exclusive access and one-on-one conversations.
Yeah, you guys really did some deep research.
I don't think we should give him any more information.
In depth with Graham Bensinger.
TVA Vail is proud to announce the Wacky Winter Reading Program. We're asking children of all ages, K and even the teenagers going up to 12th grade, read 10 books or 1,000 pages by April 30th, 2025. You can find all the details on our website, tva8vail.com. Thank you to our sponsor, the lovely Eagle Valley Library District, where you can go pick up your book and have a great time. Have a great winter from your friends at TVA Vail.
Good morning, Vail.
Valentine's Day is right around the corner, and we're joined by the event planning expert, Alex Bradshaw from Stunning and Brilliant Events. Good morning, Alex.
Good morning, Maddie. How are you?
Well, I always love when you come in because I'm always inspired to step up my game.
You say it every time. I love it.
Well, because every time I'm like, dang, I would have never thought of these fancy napkins.
Well, all of these fun plates, napkins, flatware, all are from our neighbors in the valley here from Event Rents. They are such a great partner of mine as well, so I always love to be able to have them join us in one way or another.
Yes, and show off what they have to offer because they do such a good job. Their pickup, their delivery.
Yes.
Or if you want to pick up that way, you can save a little money.
Yes.
Working with them is always fantastic. Now, let's go through what we've got here because you always have such a decadent layout.
Thank you. Thank you. So we have our Venice charger here. I can pick this up. You can get a quick look at that. We love the sparkle that comes on this charger too. It just adds such a fun touch. And then we have our heirloom plates and blush, our Ethan flatware, our fun satin napkin, and then this little plate here with this, I love this detail along the sides, and it can really just tie in your colors, add a nice little detail touch with the designs. And then of course we had to top it with a rose because it's Valentine's Day.
Of course. And then you've got these beautiful champagne flutes here because if you're celebrating Valentine's Day and you're doing it correctly for your loved one, then you're going to bring in some champagne.
Yes, absolutely. Champagne, sparkling cider if that's more your thing. With a fun little touch of a raspberry, you could use a strawberry. I figured some raspberries would be a nice little fun touch to just help accent for the evening.
Which I think is so wonderful. And then, of course, the classic.
Yes.
The one that no one can live without when it comes to Valentine's Day. This is the best gift you can give, and it's chocolate-covered strawberries.
Oh, yes, absolutely. They are the best. It's what I ask for every year. But nice, fun way to accent your dinner, lunch, whatever you may be doing, Girls' Day, Galentine's, Valentine's with your loved one, fun chocolate-covered strawberries are never the wrong answer.
No, ever. And they're nice because you can hand make them.
Yes.
They're quite easy.
Yes, they are.
I know because you have done it for us before.
I have.
But then it's that time of year where you can find them at so many great locations.
Right.
And so many local places that you can support here in the community.
Absolutely.
To get your hands on some chocolate-covered strawberries.
And you could get so creative with those. You could do any type of chocolate that is your preference. You could decorate them in any way that fits for your evening. Even if you wanted to do it as a Galentine's group thing, you can invite your girls over, make some chocolate-covered strawberries, and enjoy.
And I mean, look how pretty they are. You could add some glitter, some edible glitter
to
them. You could put some pink chocolate on there.
Yes.
The possibilities are limitless.
Absolutely.
And then, of course, you've got a beautiful little decor setup that you always bring with you.
Thank you. Thank you. So when you're decorating for Valentine's Day or any holiday for that matter, it's always fun to just add little table accents. You can find them in any of our local stores here in the Valley. I always love to get fresh flowers from our local florists in the area as well. We have so many great options within the Valley here for the florists, so it's always important to make sure that we support them as well.
Which I think is great, and like you said, there are so many options.
Yes.
So the possibilities there are also limitless.
Yes, absolutely.
Now let's talk about Stunning and Brilliant Events because it is new to the Valley and we're so grateful to have you guys here.
I'm so excited to be here.
Only because you do such a good job.
Thank
and so
you.
if someone is maybe planning a Galentine's next week, maybe the hustle and bustle of this weekend has everyone a little tied up.
Exactly.
Then they can call you and you can help them make it perfect.
Oh yes, and I still have plenty of availability. I would love to come and help you guys plan whatever event or party that you're having, whether it be Valentine's Day or beyond.
Which I think is so wonderful. And then of course, spring is coming.
Yes.
Which means that wedding
season
is right around the corner.
Oh yes.
So if someone's maybe looking for a quick elopement this summer, you can help plan that.
We can. We can do anything from a small little elopement by the river to the biggest wedding on the top of Vail Mountain you've ever seen. We've got all of the resources.
The range is wide here with Stunning and Brilliant events. Not only can you do weddings, but you can also do maybe private birthday parties if a family wants to plan one of those big birthdays.
If you've got a big birthday coming up soon, we can do that. We can do baby showers, bachelorette parties, you name it, we can do it.
Which I think is so incredible. Now, if people are interested in working with you, getting in contact, what's the best way for them to go about it?
So I have a few different options as far as getting in contact. My email is alex@stunningandbrilliantevents.com. My phone number is 970-431-6644. And we also have our Instagram @stunningandbrilliantevents.
Which I think is so great, but I think that you're really inspiring people always to step up their game, because we've done this for every major holiday.
We have.
So you've really brought the sophistication to the table.
Thank you. Oh, it's so much fun. And I, like I said, would be more than happy to help anybody. If your plans are kind of building up, work's getting busy, crazy, I'd be more than happy to step in and help you bring this glamour to your home.
Which I think is so wonderful, and especially for those girls who want to host that really fun Galentine's night.
Yes.
Or if you just want to take that extra step and do something magical for your loved one, this is such a good way to do it.
Right. Oh, and magical for loved ones, we also do proposals.
Oh,
so if you're planning on popping a question soon, let me know. We'll get y'all set up.
Which I think is so great, because there's so many opportunities. There's so many beautiful places. Maybe you're someone here who's visiting and you want that perfect backdrop for the proposal.
Oh, yes.
That's where you come in.
Right. Absolutely. And if you're on the fence and you're like, man, I'm just going to do it anyways, give me a call. I'll be sure to help you. We have photographers included, florals, dinner reservations. We can make it a very special evening that your future fiance won't forget.
Which I think is so important, especially when you're coming to the mountains to pop the big question.
Right.
Now, what's the process like as people are starting to work with you?
So starting to work, we do an inquiry phone call. So I would call you on the phone. We chat for about 20 or so minutes, and I just gather all of the details that would go into what you're envisioning, whether it be for the birthday party, the wedding, the proposal. We gather all of those details, and then we start planning immediately. And we can go all the way from I can do it all for you, or if you want to have your hands in the pot too, I love it. I love that partnership. So it kind of just depends on what sort of level you're looking for, but we can offer anything from full planning to our month of services.
Alex, thank you so much for taking the time to be here. Give us all this great information, and thank you for making so many people's dreams come true. You're like a sputter of joy.
Thank you, Maddie. I try. I love it.
Make sure that you check out Stunning and Brilliant Events. You choose Alex to work with because she's the best on the team here in the Vail Valley, and you get her help to plan those perfect events. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more of the show, so don't go anywhere.
Good morning, Vail.
Join us on board the Leadville Railroad Winter Express. Stay cozy in our heated lounge cars. Marvel at the stunning winter landscape. Sip delicious hot chocolate. Don't forget to check out our new specials. Book today at leadvillerailroad.com.
Discover the perfect blend of style and performance in your eyewear at Eyepieces. With convenient locations in Vail Village, Lions Head, Beaver Creek, Edwards, Basalt, and Snowmass, Eyepieces is the destination for luxury eyewear and high-performance optics. From iconic brands to the latest in sport frames and snow goggles, we have the eyewear to match your mountain lifestyle. Plus, we offer prescription lens services, including eye exams, custom lenses, and prescription goggles for your mountain adventures. Visit us today to experience the art of vision. Eyepieces, serving the Vail Valley's vision needs for over 40 years.
The season starts when Nate Dogg, Trailer Tom, and friends have started the season in front of you.
There it is, the white ribbon of living.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And on that very first chair, two very familiar faces who've been in line for 2 days.
My name is Nate Dogg, N-A-T-E, D-O-G-G-G-G.
My name is Trailer Tom.
Nate Nadler and Tom Miller live nearby.
I feared nothing but not getting first chair. Second chair nightmare. Yeah, second chair nightmare.
My goal is to continue to fight for this first chair as long as I'm physically able. First chair coming at us one more year.
It's time for the best coverage of the top stories in sports. The Sports Wrap with Jason Page starts now.
How do you make Anthony Edwards the face of your franchise if you're the Minnesota Timberwolves? We'll get into that.
And we say hello to our good friend Matt Verderam, who hangs out with us from SI.com. Their NFL insider, one of them, is hanging out with us on the program today.
Did you see Caitlin Clark last night? She put up a 40-burger, hits the game-winning three as time expires. Let's turn our attention to the Denver Broncos, one of the NFL's most dysfunctional situations.
The Sports Wrap with Jason Page.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to the show. One of our favorite people to have on, she is a wealth of knowledge. It is Claire Noble from Eagle County. Good morning, Claire.
Good morning, Maddie. Great to be here. Nice snowy morning after our pre-spring last week.
I know. What a mean tease of spring.
Yeah.
But all of this snow is going to be super helpful as we are approaching summer and the warmer seasons, and so we need the snow.
And we're also getting ready to head into spring break season. So really busy season on the mountain, and they really could use this snow. So I'm sure it's beautiful out there right now.
Yes.
A little jealous that I have to go into work after this interview. But coming up this Friday, speaking of skiing, it's the Community Ski and Ride Day. So this is going to be at Vail. You can meet the commissioners and other electeds at 10 o'clock at Gondola 1 and go ski with them. And we recommend that people have about an intermediate ability. You're responsible for your own lift ticket and your own equipment. If you're like not interested in the skiing part, but you'd like to have lunch with the commissioners, they'll be eating at El Segundo at about noon. So, yeah.
Which this is a great way to kind of give you the opportunity to maybe sit down, talk, throw some ideas, and it really humanizes those people that can be a little intimidating to talk to.
Sure, and if you have a question, like a why question, like why do you guys spend money on this and not that, and what's going on with housing, or what's going on with the fairgrounds, this is your chance to ask them and hear directly from them. I mean, we try to put out as much information as possible, but it's also nice to hear it from the people who are the decision makers.
Which I think is really important because there have been some big decisions made. Last time you and I sat on the couch, we talked about a plot of land that we were trying to get our hands on, so let's talk more about that.
Yeah, that's the Three Meadows Ranch off of Cottonwood Pass, and it is entirely in Eagle County. However, it is part of the Roaring Fork watershed. So Eagle County partnered with Aspen and Pitkin County and the Aspen Valley Land Trust to purchase this piece of land. We went in about thirds. Eagle County kicked in a little bit more, but it was $27 million.
Wow.
It's 4,200 acres. It's one of the biggest, if not the biggest, open space purchase we've made. And it is home to so much habitat. There's a resident elk herd on that land. As I mentioned, watershed. And going back to the elk herd, CPW, Colorado Parks and Wildlife, was really excited about this purchase because our elk population has been under stress. There's been drought, which makes it more difficult for them to find things to eat, also find things particularly in the winter to drink. So it really puts a lot of stress on the herd. So being able to preserve this piece of land is good for that herd as well as the rest of the animals and the plant life in that habitat.
Which I think is really important because we do have so many of these animals that live amongst us. That's the greatest part of living up here in the mountains. And so what a spectacular way for our community to come together to help preserve the lives of these animals.
Right. And a lot of what county government is it's a balancing act. So we want to help our mountain ecosystem, but we also want to help our workforce and also promote our economy. So we have a couple of things going on that are either in the works or well underway. So one of the things that's in the works is it looks like we're moving forward on an event space at the county fairgrounds. We did a fairgrounds master plan a couple of years ago, and this is one of the things they recommended. And so we are looking at putting a regulation size hockey rink over at the fairgrounds. This would be just west of the arena. Right now we have the Eagle River Center out there, and if you're wondering, well, why can't you use that? Well, it's a dirt floor facility. That's really for like showing animals, showing horses, that kind of thing. They can put a wood floor in there. It takes their staff the entire day to put that in there.
Yes.
So this is just a different kind of use facility that there is a real interest in and a real need in our community.
Which I think will be spectacular because any of these great locations where we can house these big events, just because we have so many wonderful fundraisers here that really have to push the limits, think outside the box to host the events, this is going to give them kind of that safe space to do so.
Sure, the fairgrounds hosted over 250 events last year in 2024 between the Eagle River Center and the exhibit hall. The exhibit hall, if you've ever been in there, especially during the rodeo when we have the Cowboy Cafe set up there, it's like stepping back in time. You do feel like a time traveler. It's a very old facility. They do a great job keeping it going, but it's small. Back when events used to be quite a bit smaller than they are today.
Which these are all events that we're so grateful for. To see them expand is such a wonderful option. Now, if people are interested in following along with this project, is there somewhere they can do so?
Well, right now we don't have a project page, but any kinds of announcements about it will be on our website, eaglecounty.us. Something that is well underway, if you've driven on Miller Ranch Road recently, is what's called the Edwards Commons. That scrappy little piece of land that I didn't even think was that big in front of the field house for Mountain Rec, across the street from Battle Mountain High School. It's going to house a number of sort of fundamental county offices. Public health is going to be in there. Human Services is going to be in there. The Sheriff's Office is going to have a satellite office. But the big thing is it's going to become the elections center. So right now, our elections staff have to pull everything out of, locked basements and set it up, and then when the election's over, put it all away. They're going to have their own dedicated election space. There'll still be other voting centers around the county as well as ballot boxes, but this will become the centralized voting center. But the other great thing about it is it's as housing. They're putting in housing around it. And you can see that right now. It's modular housing, so they're already putting it together. It's amazing to see how fast that can happen.
Which I think is so incredible. Any opportunity to expand our housing, make it a little bit more affordable for our workforce here is such a good thing for our community to do.
Sure. Now, when I arrived, we were talking about our exciting drive-in this morning. So, one of the things CDOT does is if you go to cotrip.org, you'll find different bits of information about current road conditions.
Yes.
My favorite thing is to check the cameras, because there's nothing like being able to see, do I really think my car can make it over Vail Pass with that amount of snow?
Or should I take I-70 versus Highway 6 this morning?
Exactly. I would always opt for I-70 because it's usually plowed first.
Yes.
But, you know, sometimes, as I think we both noticed this morning, the roundabouts seem to be the last to get some attention.
Yes.
I've decided that my car cannot handle more than 17 miles per hour around a roundabout when there's snow and ice on the ground.
And at all, and that's such a great resource for people to use. Yeah. My car had a hard time getting up the on-ramp at the Walcott exit, so, you know, it's important to know what you're getting into.
You know, the other thing people can do to, like, be informed is sign up for EC Alerts. Go to EC Alert, and you can put in your information. You can select the communities you want to get information for. And this is great for road conditions if, for instance, Vail Pass is closed or the Dow Junction is closed. But the other thing is, like right now, from time to time, our various fire districts do prescribed burns.
Yes.
And so they'll put out an EC alert so that you don't call 911, because honestly, they get flooded with hundreds of phone calls when people see smoke, because we do want people to report fires.
Right.
But if you knew in advance that was a prescribed fire, you wouldn't call. If you want something even easier, download the Reach Well app. Then you just select Eagle County. You can select your language, and you're going to get the same information. You don't have to put a lot of your personal information in there. You just download the app.
Which is all so incredible. Claire, thank you so much for coming in and always giving us this wealth of knowledge. That's why we love having you here. You're an expert on our community.
Thank you so much, Maddie.
Make sure that you use all of these great resources. That way you're getting your EC alerts. That way you're not calling on prescribed burns. You're knowing what's taking place on our roads, and always so much more. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more of the show, so stay tuned.
Good morning, Vail.
Take the first game every one of us played in the schoolyard. Turn up the degree of difficulty to maximum, and then let loose some of the fastest and most agile athletes in the world to go one-on-one in what you have is the most extreme pursuit contest you've ever known. It's intense, it's addictive, and there's only one rule. Don't get caught.
If you haven't seen World Chase Tag before, here's how it works.
Two teams of up to 6 athletes compete in a series of one-on-one chases. Each chase lasts up to 20 seconds and has one chaser and one evader.
Opportunities of points on the board! Oh!
Whoever wins the duel stays on as the evader, and teams get 1 point for each evasion they make.
And it looks like the opening point of this contest.
It's the best of 16 chases to win the match, with a sudden death chase-off required to break any ties. It's win or go home from now on. Don't miss it.
Are you looking for the perfect centrally located place to store your skis? Well, then Bluebird Ski Locker has had you covered, or has got you covered, so let's take you over there to see what they've got. Our newest neighbors here in Avon at the TV station are Bluebird Ski Lockers, and these are luxury ski lockers right here in the heart of Avon, and I'm joined by the brilliant brain behind it, Chuck. Good morning, Chuck.
Good morning, Maddie. Thank you for having us. I really appreciate that.
Thank you for taking the time to tour us, meet with us, and show us all of the great amenities that Bluebird Ski Lockers have to offer.
Absolutely. I'm very excited to show everybody in Avon, Edwards, Vail, wherever you are.
And we're right here in the lobby. So you start out, you come into the lobby, there's a beautiful fireplace. Then as we make our way into Bluebird Ski Lockers, there's so many great amenities. So let's talk about the inspiration behind the lockers.
Sure. We came from the Midwest, and we're in the storage facility business. And we're very outdoorsy, and we used to love to ski and hike and bike. And we had heard about ski lockers in the valley. And so my son and I and a couple other partners decided, let's go for it. So my wife and I moved here about 6 months ago, and we finally just opened. So we have 100 lockers to start with, and we've got a lot more coming.
Which I think is great, because this is something that the family can rely on all winter long, and especially if you've got those kiddos at home, this is going to be a great way to do it, because you're never going to believe the mistake I made this morning.
No, what was that, Maddie?
I left my ski boots in my car overnight, so guess who's going to have cold feet all day?
Oh boy, Maddie, yeah, that's a problem. So when you come here and with the kids, if you have several kids, you might forget a couple ski poles, you might forget boots, you might forget one of your jackets. So here you can leave everything, Maddie, if you'd like to.
And make it so convenient, that way when you go to put your ski boots on, they're not freezing, they're not stiff, and you can get your foot in them in the morning.
Exactly, and it's nice and warm in here, Maddie, as you know.
It is very nice and warm. Now let's talk about some of these other great amenities, because what we've got going on right now is this great open space for the family to come, kind of enjoy, and then of course you've got coffee, you've got hot chocolate, so everyone can start their morning off with a good cup of coffee, get the kids some hot chocolate, and then get out there on the mountain.
Absolutely. We'll have a full furniture in here, couches, chairs. You can hang out, you can get on the internet and do some work before you go skiing if you have to. Take that conference call, meet up with your partners, watch a little bit of skiing on the tube, and of course getting some hot cocoa or coffee or tea or water or even a soda if you want one of those.
All of the great options, and there's just such a nice amenity to these lockers, as you can fit 4 sets of skis, 4 sets of boots, so whether you want to do the lockers with the family or whether you want to do the lockers with the friends, it's nice and convenient, and they're so beautiful.
Oh, thank you very much, Maddie. That was the idea, to make it easy, make them look nice. And it's a nice warm environment, as you can tell, and bright, you know. I mean, you're not going down in a basement. You're walking in on a first floor. I'll open one up for you, Maddie, just to give you an idea what they look like. So you have lots of hooks. You can hang jackets, your hats, your goggles. You put your boots on the poles there, you put your skis next to it. I mean, it's very simple. Everybody has their own lock combination, so nobody can get into it. You have your own keypad to get in. It's 24/7 accessibility. We have 3 entrances, which I think we will show you down the road here.
Which I think is really important that people know that, especially for those people who maybe come, they travel, or maybe they've got a big ski trip planned and so they need to come and get all of their ski accessories. Well, then it makes it super convenient having 3 different entrances, 24/7 access.
Absolutely. And, you know, as wonderful as Beaver Creek is, a great place to ski.
Yes.
If you want one day to go to Aspen, for example, or Vail, hey, you can hop in the car, park in front for 20 minutes, grab all your equipment, and head to Vail, wherever you want to go.
Which we haven't even talked about the convenience factor of the location quite yet, because I grew up skiing, I love skiing, and my favorite place to ski to this day is Beaver Creek, and you're so close.
We're so close, Maddie, which will show you, we're about 100 steps from the gondola. So you can walk right over, you don't have to walk too far in your boots, because they're not the most comfortable thing in the world if you're walking, you know, a half a mile or a quarter of a mile, which I see people doing continuously, Maddie.
I'm not going to call out Bridge Street in Vail right now for the walking, but I will say that Beaver Creek is luxury compared to that.
Absolutely. So we want to make it convenient. That's our whole gig here.
And then as we continue walking through, you've got these great end caps on the lockers. So maybe if you're someone who's doing some après and you're going from skiing during the day to doing some dinner at night, well then you've got a great little makeup station here where you can get set up, you can get taken care of, you can get cleaned up after your ski day, which I think is such a fantastic way for people to spend their time in the ski lockers.
Absolutely. You don't have to rush out and rush home to change. We have a couple changing rooms here, so you can change in that. We have several of these stations that you can, primp yourself, make yourself look beautiful, whether you're a guy or a gal, and you don't have to run home. You can stay here, hang out. Afterwards, come here and have a drink of some sort, whatever you want. There's no rush to run out of here and go home or to another restaurant or anything.
Well, and then people get to spend time with you, learn about the inspiration, and of course, meet one of our newest community members, because we love welcoming new people to our community, and especially people who are bringing such great business models. Now, for those of us who made a mistake this morning, you've got the perfect solution.
So we have these beautiful boot warmers, and what you can do is, because they will blow out warm air, almost heat, you can put your boots on for 5 or 10 minutes, and they're going to warm right up, and it's not going to hurt the liner of the boot at all, which is really nice. The plastic will separate easier, slip them on, and you're going to walk outside, and we'll show you out here.
And this is a great amenity that you have, because you're just steps from that gondola that's going to take you right up from the Westin. So if you're someone who's staying at the Westin, well, then this is the perfect way to keep all your ski gear so close. You're just steps away, and then you come out this door, which you're about to do some great remodeling out here.
Exactly. Our mission this spring, summer is to have furniture out here, some games, possibly little fire pits for the winter time. But as you can see, you walk down the steps across the street. You can grab a breakfast burrito if you'd like to.
Yes.
And then you're on the lift. And then when you come back the same way, as you will have 24/7 access right here. So it's very easy. I mean, that's the whole game of skiing here.
And the bus stop is right there. So whether you want to ski Beaver Creek, make your way across, or you want to catch that convenient bus to Vail, it's all a possibility, literally just steps out your door.
Absolutely. We want to make it convenient. And we have a couple restrooms for you to use, private restrooms, so you don't have to, go somewhere else just to use the facilities.
Right, which I think is so important, making it all convenient, giving everyone kind of that nice way to access everything. We've already touched on the dressing rooms, but this is such a good amenity, and especially if you're in a rush. I know I go from skiing to yoga,
I
so
bet.
It's easy to kind of lose track of time in the hustle and bustle of changing all my clothes.
Right, exactly. So we want to make it, again, convenience. That's the number one word that we use continuously here.
Yes.
And it's a safe place too, so you don't
Yes.
have to worry about that, whatever time of day or not that you come here.
Yes, because the Seasons building is so beautiful, and it's just right here in the heart of Avon, which makes it so convenient. Now you've got more lockers on the way, which you're going to fill
lockers coming over here.
But if someone maybe needs a quick little wax thrown on, or they need a better service, you've got options for those.
Exactly. So if you can do some basic work yourself, come on over. You can do a little light wax, tune if you choose. If not, we have partnered with a great store called Venture Sports, and they will tune your skis overnight. You tell myself, hey, I need my skis tuned. I've got, I need some P-Tex, whatever. We will take it over for you. It will be back here by 8 in the morning. So it's just another convenience for you.
And the importance of taking care of the base of your skis is something that you don't want to miss out on. It's like taking care of your skin. You've got a porous face, you've got porous bases to your skis, so it's important that you use this amenity, and it's all so convenient. Now, one of my favorite features that you have here at Bluebird Ski Lockers is the rooms that you can rent.
Right, so we have 7 rooms, and this one is set up for cycling. So you could use it for cycling, skiing. You could, partner with 3-4 of your buddies. A family would just be awesome to keep your skis, your bikes, use it all year long. We're really going to promote cycling. That's my big hobby, is cycling. And we're going to do some stuff out on the floor too, is our goal. And hopefully have rides maybe on Saturday mornings to meet up on the patio and, see what's going on, have different rides for, different types of riders. But this is one of the rooms to show you what you can do to set it up.
Which I think this is such a great amenity for so many, and especially because you can do it wintertime, but then you can do it summertime too. That way you've got access to all of your toys. We love being an outside community, and this is the best way to do it. Now you've got one more option that we're going to show people because we're running out of time. There's just so many great things to talk about here.
Sure, and in here is set up as a ski room locker, where you stack your skis, you get, put your coats, hats, whatever. You get your own refrigerator, another boot warmer for you. Great thing for a family, I have to say. It works really, really well. And, again, you can put your hiking equipment, you can do just about anything. I mean, Colorado, the best place to live and the most active place to live, if you ask me.
You're not wrong, and that's why we're so fortunate to have you here in the community. Now, if people are interested in being part of the Bluebird Ski Locker family, how can they do so?
So you can go to bluebirdskilockers.com. Information is on there, but we're going to do something that's probably a little crazy, and we're going to offer people from now till the mountain closes, which may be middle of April.
Right.
We're not sure.
Depending on the snow.
Depending on the snow, you get a 4-person locker, and I mean this is 2.5 months for $100.
Wow.
I mean it's $100 for a 4-person locker through April 15. And then if you decide you want to do it for the year, we'll talk to you about what annual prices are. We're also going to rent lockers out by the week too, just to let you know. But $100 for 2.5 months, there's nowhere like that, I can promise you. And after that, we can talk about annual prices with you, which is very, very fair. And if you want to call us, I still don't know my number, 970-343-6220, or go to bluebirdskilockers.com and we'll take care of you.
Chuck, thank you so much for giving us this wonderful tour, spending some time with us, and inspiring us to put our stuff in the Bluebird Ski Lockers.
Thank you, Maddie.
Make sure that you come to the heart of Avon, you check out the Seasons building, and you come see Bluebird Ski Lockers for yourself. You rent a locker, $100 through the rest of the season is a screaming deal. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more of the show, so don't go anywhere. I'm inspired to go get a ski locker because of all of the snow that we're getting. So if you are making your way out there today, we are expecting to see some cooler temperatures. 11 degrees around 8 a.m., a high of 16 degrees, 60% chance of snowfall in the morning. That's going to dissipate, and then we'll see some more snowfall come our way later into this evening. Winds coming out of the west at 10 to 20 miles an hour, so that slight breeze definitely making it feel a little bit cooler out there. Now, as we take a look at Vail by the hour, we are expecting those morning snow showers, cloudy skies as we approach the afternoon. That's going to remain into the later afternoon, into this evening, and then snow showers are likely later today. Now, as we take a look at that I-70 corridor, temperatures down in Denver definitely cooler, 14 degrees, 15% chance of precipitation, 16 degrees in Vail with a 60% chance of moisture, 18 degrees in Avon with a 60% chance of precipitation, 24 in Eagle with a 20% chance of moisture. Now, as we take a look at Vail overnight tonight, 2 degrees is our overnight low, 50% chance of snowfall, partly cloudy skies, that sun setting at 5:39 p.m. So our days are getting just a little bit longer when shifting directions coming out of the west-southwest at 5 to 10 miles an hour. Now, as we take a look at ahead into the next 5 days, if you're someone who is doing your snow dance, well, then you've got your wish because we've got snow in the forecast for the holiday weekend. So if you are making your way out there to do anything, just make sure that you're staying nice and safe and use those great resources to keep your eyes on the road. That way you can stay safe out there and you can keep everyone else safe out there. We want to thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure that you tune in tomorrow for another great edition.
Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all.